Hey runners, Steve here, the Faithful Runner, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about winter running. So now is the time of year you put together your winter wardrobe. Jackets, hats, gloves, tights, long sleeve shirts, things like that. Winter is just right around the corner. The weather's going to start getting bad and we need to be prepared. As runners, we need to prepare for the cold temperatures and the terrible roads. So as we're preparing our winter wardrobe, as we're getting out our winter gear, there's a few things to keep in mind. It's really easy to overdress it during the winter months, during the winter running months. It feels cold, you want to put on clothes to keep you warm. But you have to remember, when you're out there running, your body temperature is going to increase. So you need to dress as if it is 15 to 20 degrees warmer than what it actually is outside. This will allow your body to warm up without overheating. Another thing you can do is run during the warmest time of the day. This gives you the opportunity to get in your miles and still absorb that much needed sunshine that we rarely get to see during the winter months. Now when the weather gets super bad out there, when the roads are just terrible, they're covered in ice, there's snow everywhere, and it's just frigid temperatures, another option is treadmill. I'm not a big fan of the treadmill. I know a lot of people are, and I know a lot of people do not run outdoors during the winter. They hit the treadmill. I would much rather be outdoors, running in the elements. Snow and rain and heat really doesn't bother me too bad. I don't mind running in the elements. I don't mind running in snowy weather or rainy weather. But when the roads get too rough, too slick, to avoid a risk of being injured, to avoid the risk of falling, sometimes you just can't make it out the door. Your only option, if you need to get that run in, and if you really want to get that run in, is a treadmill. If you absolutely refuse to get on the treadmill, you have to be out in the elements, you have to be outside, I agree with you. But you need to gear up for that. There's traction devices for your shoes such as Yaktrax. Get a pair of Yaktrax. It gives you traction on the icy roads. You lessen the risk of falling and injuring yourself. When you're out in the elements, the weather is terrible, and the roads are icy, shorten your strides. Shortening your strides reduces the risk of slipping and falling. Shorter steps, choppy steps. You're still getting in your miles, you're still getting in your exercise, and you're reducing the risk of falling down. This is something I struggle with in the winter months, is warming up. When it's frigid temperatures out there, it takes me at least 4 miles for my body temperature to warm up. A lot of times I'll go out and I'll do an easy jog and let my body warm up, my muscles warm up before I really get into my run. This is a great way to avoid injury. There's other options you can take before you head out the door. Throw your running clothes in the dryer and get your running clothes warm. Put them on before you head out the door. You want to warm your muscles up and get a good warm up in before you really get into your run when the temperatures are really low. You can guarantee in every tip segment I do, I will talk about hydration. You need it, no matter if it's winter, summer, fall, or spring. Whether you're training indoors or outdoors, whether you're going 3 miles or 30 miles, drink water. Hydration is so important. I can't stress that enough. Please understand. And maybe this sounds dramatic, but it is that important. Our body needs water. Water is super important, especially for people doing high cardio. Out there running in the elements and in the heat and the cold, you need that water. Absolutely need that water. No doubt about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Drink water. Plenty of water. Always, always hydrate. During the winter months, the cold, chilly winter months, it's windy. Especially here in Illinois. The wind is ridiculous. But it's windy, so a good thing to do when you first start out your run is figure out which direction the wind's blowing. Start your run out by heading into the wind. If at all possible, head into the wind for the biggest portion of your run, and then out of the wind as you're finishing up your run. Simply what this does is keeps you being chilled by the wind after you've started sweating. The wind's at your back. You run into the wind for the biggest portion of your run, and as you're heading back, the wind's at your back, and it really kind of keeps you from getting too chilled because your body's sweaty from running. Most runners know it. A lot of runners I know will not run in the winter, outside anyway. It's difficult, it's hard, it's cold, the weather's bad, snow, ice, slick roads. Winter running is difficult, but you got to keep it fun. Mixing up your routes and doing different things. I play games with myself when I'm out there. One game that I play is trying to determine where my next mile will end up at in my hometown. I'm getting better at it, but I try to determine if I hit mile 1, I try to determine where I'll be in my town at mile 2. Here's what I do. If I'm within a block from hitting mile 2, from where I predetermined it to be, then I get to slow down, and I get to relax a little bit and slow my pace. If I'm not even close, or if I'm further than within a block of where I anticipated mile 2 to be, I got to do speed work till mile 3. I got to anticipate mile 3, and if I'm wrong, I got to keep doing speed work. It's kind of a fun game to play, and trust me, you will get better at it. Because if you have to do speed work for 2 or 3 miles, you'll learn where these mile markers are. Keeping it fun is important. Keeping your routes mixed up, playing games like that if you want to. Just keeping your runs interesting. Really helps you stay motivated, really helps you to get out the door during the frigid cold winter months. And it's fun. And running does not have to be serious. Running does not have to be hard. Running is very fun. So get out there, enjoy your run, and have fun with it. I thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that these tips and things are really helping you out, and I hope you use some of these ideas for your running journey. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.